This is FightZone.
Right, so it's Maximum Fight Zone. I'm with Dylan Trevor. So you're 2-0 currently.
Yeah.
Just over a week away. Seeing you on the pad session there. Some good stuff. What are you looking to do against Dale Arrowsmith? What's the key fundamentals John's been working with you?
Well, I work all the way through, but he's just a tough kid, isn't he? Big, tough kid. Get the experience in. It's like a little step up again. Every fight's been a step. Just get it in. Get some experience in with a big, tough lad. See how it goes.
Yeah.
So listen to everything John tells me to do.
Yeah. And going into this, obviously, you're 2-0. Let's cast your mind back before turning over pro, etc. What was the main reason you getting into boxing? What's the want to know Dylan's story really? So what's the story behind it? Why did you come in here? Why did you come in this area? What's the reason behind it?
It's the best thing I ever did walking here. Well, I've always been in the gym. I was a naughty kid in school, or a naughty kid in school.
Yeah.
Had a few fights in primary school. I was about 9. Mum sent me to the boxing gym just as an outlet.
Yeah.
Never really. I trained every day, but I never really took it serious as a kid.
Yeah.
Didn't run, diet, none of that. Not like the kids do in this gym. Not like these days.
Yeah.
But boxed for a few years. Stopped when about 16. Doing all the stupid stuff teenagers do, going out on the weekend and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Got to about 19, and I lived just across field from the gym. I used to walk past every single day on the way back from work, and I always say, I'm starting there. I want to go back. And one day I just bought all the kit, made sure I walked in. Best thing I ever did, boxed here, about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. So I had about 20 odd seniors with John, lost a lot of weight, stopped drinking, just live the life now. It was a learning experience in the amateurs, because I was very toe dipped in, half out.
Yeah.
I'd eat in between the fights, go out, celebrate the win or whatever.
Yeah.
Get through it, because I was good enough to. So I've got 2 weeks to fight. I'll be sound. I've got 2 full weeks. I'll be sound.
It soon catches up with you, doesn't it?
Exactly. Once you've had so many,
you're
you're facing kids that are a bit better. I used to box a bit heavier.
Yeah.
So once I got down to the right weight, started taking it serious, living the life. I really stepped it up, went through the levels, started shining a little bit. And since then, I've not looked back. Life's better. Everything's better. Everything's fell into place. So.
And who's your favourite fighters at the minute? If you're looking at top end, who do you look up to?
Current.
Yeah, current fighters. Yeah.
I don't know. Loads. I love Usyk. I love what he does to the sport. Like, he's good sportsman, and he's got charisma.
Yeah.
A bit of that. And I always liked Joshua. Joshua's a good good sportsman. I love anyone that presents themselves a bit like that, and an ambassador, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I do like when they're a bit cocky as well, but
you strike me as a person, extrovert, very up to any of any boon, you lap it up, and and you like all the bravado, and you strike me as
I do definitely.
And you lap it up. I see half these people, half your fans that are coming in with orange, filled with orange. There's 56 of them start walking in. I know that instantly they'll fool you. You know what I mean?
I love it.
So they're coming in and make a racket, you lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're rowdy.
Yeah. Well, I saw it when we were at Howe. I saw them, and all I can hear was them.
Yeah, I love them. Every single one of them. They're always there. My lot of rowdy. They show some good support.
Is there a game plan that John's worked with you this sort of Saturday coming? Is there a key thing he's told you to do, or is there a strategy for Dale, because he's had over 100 odd?
Yeah, tough.
So
that's it. He's had over 100 odd, and he didn't get stopped. So it's like we were doing on pad. It's all about setting it up, showing a bit of ring craft, stuff like that, setting it up, looking for that shot, setting it up, rather than going out and blowing myself out or something like that. He's way too experienced and tough for that. So it's going to be a tough fight. Prepared for a tough fight, because he's a big, smart lad. He's tough, big, smart. You know what I mean? He knows what he's doing in the ring. So.
And one last thing before I let you go, because obviously it's Sunday and I want to, let you go that. What's your prediction for next Saturday? You got any predictions what you want to do? Is it just a points win, knockout? What do you want to do?
I'd like to get the rounds in, as always. I have, like I said, I performed well in my first 2 fights. I've given both a little bit of a wobble. I'd like if I could do something like that, but it's all about the rounds at the minute, getting the rounds in. So.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Right, and I hope you did get a stoppage.
Yeah.
Let's do it. No worries.
Cheers.
So I'm with Fewkes, Dylan's coach. What, obviously the last 2 fights Dylan's had, what have you taken away from that to improve Dylan? What are the key things you wanted to work on with him?
To be honest, I was so impressed with Dylan in his first 2 fights. I'm not putting Dylan down by saying this, but his debut shocked me how well he boxed. Not because I didn't know he could box really well, but because I heard him telling little things here earlier on, because in his amateur career, he hasn't always shown me that full. He hasn't really always shown me what he can and can't do. And then in his second fight, I was even more impressed. And I actually said to some of the lads, I don't know if it was Mikey and a couple of others, I said, like, I feel like he's kind of made for this. Which really shocked me, right? But I feel like he is like a switch just goes, and he goes from being nervous, bouncing all over, can't stand still when I'm tying his gloves, ADHD Dylan, just like how he is, just all over, to boom, it's time to go, and he just a calming force goes over him and just ready to go. I was so impressed with that. So all I've done is just kept doing what we are doing. Obviously, we look at the kids with boxing and we have a little bit of a plan together and things like that. But you heard me say to Dylan earlier on, at this stage in his career, you have to be switched on with the kids you box, and we have to have a little bit of a look, but it's more about you. It's more about what you have to do. Yes. It's more about what we have to improve you at this stage in your career. And then the lads you box, they will come and have a go, some of them, or like we'll talk about the lads who are on the road. If it's their 100th fight, you want to win on the 100th fight. If they've got nothing coming up, they might try and turn a kid over, or if they have got loads coming up, they might come in to try and spoil it. So it's Dylan's job or the fighter's job to make it entertaining, make it look good. So we've just been kind of working on tightening him up a little bit still, settling him down, just all the good stuff we did, improving that still, and just working on the bits what it wasn't 100%.
Dylan strikes with the side, because when obviously everyone's there, his lot are there, he laps it up. Yeah. He soaks it up. Yeah. It's almost like it's not a stage big enough for him. Yeah. It's like the bigger the stage, the better for him. Yeah. A smaller stage doesn't give him
which is justice. What surprised me.
Yeah.
Which is because Dylan in his amateur days, well, I heard him tell you weren't doing it properly anyway, which he wasn't. He wasn't doing it properly. And I'm so glad he's learned from mistakes. He's been stopped. He's lost. I've shouted at him in changing rooms. I've had my arm around him in changing rooms. I've done a bit of everything. So he has learned from learning. Yeah. But I'm so glad he's learned early. Yeah. Without too late, just like myself and a lot of fighters do. Like, you can't half-heart it. No, you have to do it properly. So in some of Dylan's fights, he'd gas out after a round and a half. He looked brilliant for a round and gas out. And in his debut, that's why I kind of held him back a little bit. Like, one, I wanted to get 4 rounds anyway. Sam Kirk is a very good road fighter. Like, don't get hurt much, moves about. But I didn't want him to gas out, and then he didn't at all. And then his second fight after 2 rounds, I was like, "You've got another gear in here, pick this up," and he did. And so I'm learning about this new Dylan as well. To be fair, like the new and improved Dylan Trevor, really. Do you know what I mean? So he won't mind me saying this either. And I hope he doesn't, because this is meant to be a compliment. But I used to be a little bit worried about taking him out sparring as well, just in case he gassed out, just in case it got to him a little bit and he went to show. He never did, but a couple of times we all had bad spars, whatever. But now, can't wait to take him places. Like, we've been down to Ryan Rose, he sparred with Hughie Wilson. We took him down to Ingles, he sparred with a couple of good amateurs. Dave got really good amateurs. We've been about Steel City, we've been all over, and it's like, and I love taking him out now because he's listening, he's learning, and he's got a little bit more ring generalship that's the right word, and stuff
Ring
like
craft,
ring
yeah.
craft, yeah. And I'm just, I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, and going back to what you're saying about, you know, you weren't sure and all these different things. In that fight against Shane Switch, I saw it, I was ringside at like Hull. I had a feeling you just said to him, you know, third or fourth round, you know what, go for it.
I did.
Is that what you just said?
Yes, I did. And we had a good 2 rounds.
I thought he was going to stop him.
And I said to him,
second.
and he come back, and I don't know if I gave him a bit of a telling off, or I just cheered him up or something, I can't remember. I was like, listen, we're not holding anything back now. Don't run at him like an idiot, right? Take your time, do what you're doing, what's going to work for you to get in, but let them shots go. Push him back, put it on him.
Basically, let the collar off. And off.
Yeah, exactly. I let the leash off.
Yeah.
I did a little bit. And I feel like I'll always have to put the leash on him to start with.
Yeah.
Because he's the kind of dog that'll run off into the middle of traffic. But but I feel like I can start letting it off more and more and more now.
Lastly, before I let you go, what's your prediction for Saturday? I mean, is there a game plan you want to do, or is there in particular, do you want to stop Dale, or do you want to try to?
No, so it's boxing is a weird game. So Dale's a good pal of mine, right? But he's only a pal through my kids boxing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yes,
and it's weird. Through my kids
He's always
boxing.
been on the other side.
Yeah, or when I was training down west, there was a good pal of mine. We used to travel around in the away corner and met Dale a few times and some amateur shows and that. So it's not weird, but I know him well, and I know him around the game so much, and he's a big, strong, tough boy. 11-4 on the day, so he's not going to kill us anything like that. He's clever. He's a very good fighter, right? If he wanted to win an area title, he would win an area title.
Yeah.
So the plan with Dylan is switched on straight away. I want a good 4 rounds out of him. I tell Dylan, do not even think about stopping Dale, right? Because nobody does.
No.
Right? If he did, which isn't the plan, and you know, it's not going to happen, right? But if he did, it'd be a big thing. But I don't want him to extend. We would be knackered, because if he did end up for some reason stopping Dale, who's going to box him?
Exactly.
So, but he's not. Yeah, exactly. But Dale knows his way around the ring, you know. And I've said to Dylan, like, we don't know. He might try and turn him over. He might do it. He might.
Yeah, he might. Yeah.
So we've got to be switched on, work hard, be clever. I don't want him just to be a young 2-0, 20 bout amateur against Dale, because he'll eat that up all day long. So he needs to all man him a little bit, work on a few things we practiced. Most importantly, give it his best and try and enjoy it. And then, because this is the thing I said to Dylan as well, like when he turned pro, he was 24, 25, whatever it was, something like that. And it was 50-50 amateur. It was winning, losing, all that lot. But I wanted him to start to enjoy it. He was happy enough now to he was ready to turn professional and start enjoying his life, enjoying the life of a pro boxer. And that's what I wanted to do now.
Well, good luck. And
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and good luck.
Thank you, Pat.
Right, let's see what happens Saturday.
Yeah.
Cheers.
This is Fight Zone.